Hi everybody, welcome back. This is Pat in the paper closet. Today's video is going to be about 5 free things you can use in your junk journals, even in your scrapbooks and mini albums. These are all things you can accumulate, gather from around your house. First thing I'm going to show you is packaging. Food packaging, tissue box packaging, anything of that sort. This is a graham cracker box. I think we used this on one of my albums. No, maybe not. I didn't make a hardcover. The one I'm working on now is a hardcover. The Happy Journal. So all you do with this is just cut it up to whatever you want it to be. Makes a great cover. Seems to be the right size. Normally I go for, my pages come out to be 4 1/4. So that would fit inside of here. It's about 5 1/4 when we cut off that little end. So that's the right width. And the height is 8 inches. So that wouldn't work. My pages are 8 1/2 inches high. It would work if I trimmed them all down on the bottom or the top. Actually, it's 7 3/4. So I would have to cut off 3/4 of an inch. That would mean readjusting all my pages that I print. So I wouldn't make a book out of this, but it does make, you can cut this up into whatever you want it to be. I've been using it for, I have a whole box of them here. I just cut them up into the sizes I want for tags or journaling cards, because they're a great thickness. Gives you a nice hard journaling card or a tag. But you can make a book out of it. If you look at my video on making the Happy Journal, you'll see how I used a similar box for the cover. I made a hardcover. It's just the box was a little bit bigger, but it is useful. You get plenty of journal cards, tags. Tag out of here, a couple of tags out of here, a couple of journal cards out of here. This side would make a great tag. 2 tags actually. So you get quite a bit, so don't throw it away. I cut them up when I get them, when I save it, and then I just put them all in a stack. So I always have a piece to use for a journal card or a tag. So that's boxes. This one's a Ritz cracker box. This I'm sure would make a great cover. Let me see the height. The height on this one, this would also be short. 8 1/4. I would have to trim my pages down 1/4 of an inch, or a little bit more. Yeah, 8 1/4. The paper I use is 8 1/2 by 11, so the height is the 8 1/2 inch side. So the pages would be this long. I'd have to cut them down to 8 inches, so they would fit inside of the cover. But that's not a problem, I could do that. And the width is fine. I would cut down the spine. That's a little too wide. You'd have to make too many signatures in there to fill it up. I like a 1 inch spine. The last one I made, the Happy Junk Journal, I think I did a 1 3/4 inch spine, but I had to make 3 signatures. Usually I'd like 2 or 1. 2 would work good on a 1 inch spine. But you just readjust things and they work out. Makes great cardstock. So you save money. Actually, this is like sort of like chipboard, which is even more expensive. So save your boxes, cut them up into whatever you want to use them for. And that's number 1. Number 2, is, I'm sure you all get tons of these in the mail. We get all these advertisements on this, it's sort of heavy cardstock. Everything. My mailbox is always full. All my bills are paperless, so usually whatever goes in my mailbox is junk. These are all advertisements on a nice cardstock base. So you cut these up, great size for tags. 1, 2, you get 4 tags out of one of these. This one this size. And they're usually pretty big. And another one, another 4 tags. Journal cards, I usually make them 3 by 5. So you get quite a few out of any of these. And you're saving a lot of money and you're not wasting your cardstock, which is quite expensive. So till the price comes down anyway. I just keep saving these as they come in the mail. Cut them up when I get them, and then I'm ready. I think I have plenty of journal cards and tags for my next journal that I'm working on, which is a happy journal. So I don't need any of my cardstock for that. You just cover, I usually cover this side with a pattern or coffee dyed paper. And then if there's printing on the back, you just cover that up with whatever you want. Some lined paper, coffee dyed paper, and you got a tag or a journal card. So save all your advertisements that come in the mail. They come in handy. I have this little, even this little box, I just cut off the top to keep all these that I'm making for the Happy Journal. This one I just made this morning. This is made out of, I don't know, one of these. No, actually it's a piece of a box. But it's a good weight. You don't want your tags to be paper thin. Because you try to put them in a pocket and they bend. So this makes them just right. Journal cards. These are done. I put a pattern on the front. Coffee dyed paper on the back. And then when I'm going to use it, I just decorate it according to whatever journal I'm making. This one, paper on the front, coffee dyed paper on the back. This one, I collaged with different papers. And this one I did cover. So all I have to do is ink up the edges, put a decoration or tag on here, and we're good to go. So that saves a lot of cardstock. Absolutely. Here's a little piece I saved. This could be a side tuck on a page. You just cover this side of it, put a little glue on each end, glue it down to the edge of the page, and you can just tuck whatever you want in there, large or small, because the ends are open. Oh no, they're not on this. If you wanted open ends, you would put your glue just along this edge and glue it to the edge of the page, and then your ends are all open. So you could tuck a large journaling paper, large tag, whatever you want under there, photo. So it's all useful. Just cut up your boxes and your advertisements. So that's number 2, it's your advertisements that come in the mail. Number 3 would be envelopes. Any kind of envelopes. Windowed, windowless. All you do is glue the flap shut. Actually, I use them, I just fold them up like this. That makes a double pocket. And it depends on the way you glue it, you can get even more pockets out of it. If I were to cover this, put a strip of paper across here, and then just glue down these 2 little corners here, I would have, well, you would open up the envelope, cut a little sliver off the end. So this would be an open pocket. Behind it would be a pocket. This would be an open pocket. And then if you glue it down only on 3 sides, You could also use this area as a pocket. And then you have this opening here to put something else in. Tag, card. They come in handy. My next journal, I'm making one of these. It's a 4-pocket, well, more than 4 pockets. This is a pocket. This is open. Then I glue it down here after I decorated the tops, so that behind it is also a pocket. Same thing with this one. You glue down the 2 ends. You're getting 2 pockets out of this. Glue down these 2 ends, and you got 2 pockets out of this. Then you have a pocket back here, and they're all large pockets. The back pocket is the largest. And see, even I don't use a letter opener when I get my mail. I just rip it open, and I'm still able to use the envelopes. This one I opened rather neatly, but this one I just ripped it apart. But I tacked down what needed to be closed up, and that's what I'll use. So I'm going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If I glue it down on the 3 sides on the page, that's 8. Plus I have these little tuck spots on the sides. That's another 3. So you can really actually do a special little page for an event. You could fit photos and journaling, anything you want in here for the whole event. You've got plenty of room there. So that's an idea. So save your envelopes from your mail. Windows, see these have windows, but I'll cover this with paper. So I'm not going to leave a window on them. This one I've ripped open, but I'll just glue it down. It won't show when I cover my areas with paper. Glue down the flap. No, the flap is good. Put a little piece of washi tape across the back. You really don't need it because you're gluing it down. So that's all you have to do. So save your envelopes. That's number 3. Envelopes. Okay, number 4 is supermarket grocery bags. I'm sure you've seen me use these. I've made covers out of these. I doubled it up, cut it to the size I wanted it, doubled it and covered it. And you'll see that if you go back and look at my series on the blue junk journal, and also the one I'm making now. No, the one I'm making now is a hardcover. What was the last one I made? The neutral journal. I believe that was also with a paper bag. I don't know, you'd have to go back and look at my videos, but they're very useful. It makes a nice soft, pliable cover rather than a hard cover. I usually like the soft ones, but I also make hard. Right here I've cut out a piece because I also use it to make with my tag. Right here, I made this tag out of a piece of a paper bag. I had cut off this piece, and I'll get quite a few tags and journaling cards out of it because it is sturdy enough. It's a nice weight for putting in and out of pockets. So save your grocery bags. You can make covers out of them, journal tags, journal cards, even a pocket. You can make the pocket base out of this and just cover it with your paper. So you'll be saving cardstock in the long run. You'll be saving a lot of cardstock if you use all these little tips. Okay, so that's the paper bag. That's number 4. Let me put this back in my box here. And number 5 is, these are my favorite. These make the best covers. They're those padded envelopes that things come in when you order them online, like from Amazon. That's what this one is. But they're padded. And they make a nice, crunchy, soft journal cover. Pliable, bendable, and they're a good size. They are 12, this one is anyway, 12 inches wide, which means it's wide enough for my 4 1/4 inch pages. And it's, let's see, 9 1/4 inches high. So it makes a perfect size journal. I would cut the cover at 6 by 9. Then my pages will tuck in nicely. And I'll have a little, you wouldn't make an actual binding on this, just a slight rounded fold on the edge. And then you would sew your signatures into that fold. So save your packaging. Save your padded bags that come in all deliveries now, it seems. And here's another one. This one's even larger. This would make a nice big journal. Very big journal. I don't think I'd be able to print the pages to fit on here. It would be too wide. But I could cut it down to my size. My 6 by 9. The only thing you have to watch on this, when you start cutting pieces off the sides or the ends, it comes apart. So you have to glue it back together. Like the 2 layers, just put a little glue on the one layer and put the other layer on top. I've done that in one of my videos. I don't know which one it is. So that's about it. This was number 5. So you have 5 items you can start saving and using. Save money. You have your padded bags. You have your supermarket bags, paper bags. You have your advertising cardstock in the mail. You have your envelopes. After you open up your mail, don't throw them away. You have envelopes, and you have your food packaging or tissue box packaging. That also works. Makes nice size journal cards and tags. Just cut them up. Okay, so that's it for now. I'm going to continue working on my tags and journal cards for the Happy Junk Journal. Next video we'll be sewing in the signatures. I was going to do that today, but it's so hot out I had to turn off the fan and the air conditioner because they make so much noise in the background. And the video would be a little bit long sewing in the 3 signatures. So I decided I'd do this video for now. Well, it's a good idea to save it. Save all your packaging and envelopes, advertising mail. Comes in handy. Okay, I hope you try making a journal, junk journal, or anything else for that matter. Scrapbook, mini album. Alright, so I'll be back soon. We'll be working on the Happy Junk Journal again. Thank you for coming. If you like this video, please hit the like button. That helps my channel get more views. And if you hit the subscribe button and hit the bell, you'll be notified when the next video comes up. That also helps my channel grow greatly. I want to thank everyone that's subscribed so far. My numbers are going up slowly, but that's the way it goes. Okay, so I'll be back soon with the next video on our Happy Junk Journal. So I'll see you soon. Thank you. Bye.